welcome back to Magic Tarot. This is Jasmine with a Mercury Retrograde talk. I'm not going to say reading, I want to say talk. Okay, what is Mercury Retrograde? We have them twice or 3 times a year. This year we're going to have it 3 times. And I'm here to talk to you about the do's and don'ts and why exes come back during your Mercury Retrograde. Okay, let's talk about these cards I have here. These are the cards that usually pop up when we have Mercury Retrograde. We have the Tower, we have the 6 of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, with the Tower, usually things happen, like there's a big blowout, you know, just something usually happens that's unexpected. And then with this one, it's nostalgia. People get nostalgic during Mercury Retrograde and they think about the past, so that brings in old lovers. Exes, old lovers, they rush in, but they rush back out. That's why it's not good to go back to an ex when Mercury Retrograde is here, because you usually get the Knight of Wands, and he's a person that does not stay. He rushes in and rushes out. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the do's and don'ts of, well, basically the don'ts of Mercury Retrograde. When Mercury Retrograde is here, the planet is actually standing still. Most people think that it travels backwards, and it appears to be traveling backwards, but it's actually standing still because the other planets are going around it. So that causes an effect on the earth that's called a redo. Everything that you do, you have to redo. So they call it the redo planet, the redo phase during Mercury Retrograde. Okay, so some of the things that you should not do during Mercury Retrograde is buy electrical equipment. Like anything that you have to plug in, anything with moving parts, you do not buy during Mercury Retrograde, because you'll buy a lemon. In other words, it'll break down. The moving parts seem to break down during Mercury Retrograde, and you'll have to take it back and get another one. Okay. Also, don't purchase large items like an automobile, because that has, of course, moving parts. Or don't purchase a home, because you'll miss a clause. Don't sign major contracts, because you'll miss something in the clause, and then after Mercury Retrograde, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that was there. I didn't see that. So you'll end up buying something that you don't want, or there'll be a clause in there that you're not going to be happy with. So Mercury Retrograde moved in on the 7th, and it's going to move out on August 2nd. So I would wait to do any of that after August 2nd. And you usually have a shadow phase which lasts 2 weeks. So I would wait towards the end of August to do anything like that. Excuse me. Mercury Retrograde also causes plane crashes, train crashes, automobile crashes, and you'll notice a little bit more of those during the retrograde. We already had the first one here in Dallas. Yes, I live in Dallas, Texas. We had the first plane crash last week. Okay, and then I noticed that there was another plane crash on the news someplace else. I didn't catch where it was at. But you'll have breakdowns. It causes breakdowns when you travel. So if you have to travel, if you plan on traveling during Mercury Retrograde, I suggest that you pack as if you were going to break down. Even if it's a 2-hour drive, you know, pack like you're going to break down. Bring extra blankets, a flashlight, food, or whatever. Sorry, there's someone outside with a motorcycle making a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, pack as if you're going to break down, because most likely you will during Mercury Retrograde, even if it's a 2-hour drive. So you want to be ready for that. You know, pack an extra phone cord, because your phone cord might not work. Pack an extra cell phone. You know, have your numbers written down, because maybe your cell phone will go on the blitz and you won't have your contacts, so you won't know who to call, or, you know, whatever. So be prepared for breakdowns during Mercury Retrograde. Also, you'll lose small items like your sunglasses, your keys, your wallet. Like, let's say you're at Walmart and you're paying for something and you lay down your cell phone, you might forget to pick it back up. So be aware when you walk away from the counter, look back, make sure that you didn't leave nothing laying on the counter that you're going to forget, your keys or whatever. Make sure you gather all your stuff and you leave with them. Okay? And also, computers break down, computers crash, your cell phone starts acting funny, and a lot of us During Mercury retrograde, our cell phones start lagging, they're slow, we have trouble uploading videos, and everyone's like, oh man, I need a new cell phone. No, wait till after Mercury retrograde to buy a new cell phone, because if you buy another one during Mercury retrograde, it's going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so and that's also signing a new contract. So don't do that, because usually they start running back to normal after Mercury retrograde. Now, if it doesn't, that means you really do need a new cell phone and you need to go get one. Okay, I remember one Christmas we had a couple of years ago. We had a Mercury retrograde during Christmas, and everyone that bought electrical equipment during Mercury retrograde had to return it. So that was a big year where there was a lot of returns. Okay. Now let's talk about exes. Exes pop back up during Mercury retrograde because they get nostalgic. It makes you start thinking about the past. So, you remember the happy times. You see the two little children here. The little man's giving him the flower, all these cups of love. So, and this is like an old-timey picture. So it has to do with nostalgia. Exes get nostalgia during Mercury retrograde, and they want to redo that relationship. But the Knight of Cups pops up, and he's in a rush. He's in a hurry, and he's coming in, rushing in. Okay, but the Knight of Wands is a bit of a player, and he doesn't stay. He rushes right back out. So I wouldn't suggest a reunion or reuniting with an ex during Mercury retrograde, because most likely he's not going to stay. He or she is not going to stay, and they're going to rush back out. Okay? Let me see. What else can I tell you about Mercury retrograde? I've been studying Mercury retrograde for a very long time, and everything that I'm saying has come true. So I pretty much keep up with the dates, so I won't do these things, so they won't happen to me. If you want to know more about Mercury retrograde, you can Google it. There's a lot of information out there. I learned through watching astrology first. I still follow Susan Miller, Astrology Zone. She is the best astrologer out there, and she talks about Mercury retrograde all the time, and that's how I learned many, many years ago. I've been following her for more than 20 years, and everything she says on my part has come true. So I have much, much faith in her. And it's good to follow astrology and tarot card reading, because you can actually prevent things from happening. People think, oh, it's evil, it's bad, blah, blah, blah. No. This is just a tool to help you along the way to see what's happening ahead of time. And you can prevent car crashes and plane crashes and breakdowns and relationship messes. You can prevent all that if you follow it and, kind of pay attention to it and listen to it. Okay, so that is my take on Mercury retrograde. There's a whole lot more out there that you can Google and learn more about it. And it's really good to follow some of the advice. Also, I see that I'm getting a lot of views, but no subscribers. I would really love for you to subscribe. It would really help my channel. Right now, I'm down. I'm home. I had a total knee replacement 3 months ago, and I still am limping around. I'm trying to get this knee to heal so I can go back to work, because I'm not working right now, and it's been really hard for me to get by, because, it's just been really hard. It takes 6 to 8 months to recover from a total knee replacement. That's what I had. They took my whole knee out and they replaced it with a ceramic knee, because I'm allergic to all metals. So I had to get a ceramic knee put in, which is basically made out of some tough plastic. But it has been hard. The pain has been unbearable. And I almost did that during Mercury. I did it right after the first Mercury retrograde. We were still in the shadow phase. Oh, that's another thing. Don't have surgery during Mercury retrograde unless it's life-threatening and you have to have it, because usually you have complications afterwards, and sometimes you could bleed out on the operation table. So I don't advise those type of procedures during Mercury retrograde. But I did mine in the shadow phase as it was leaving out, and it was almost gone. But I think that's why I'm having a few complications, because I didn't wait till the shadow phase was over. And I have been suffering, like literally suffering from this knee surgery I had. I'm so ready to get back to normal, get back to my job. I work at a hospital here, and I'm so ready to get back to my life. I'm in a dance class that I haven't attended in 3 months. I usually go to the gym. I haven't attended the gym in 3 months. I'm so ready to get this over with and get back to work. So actually, your prayers would help. Anyway, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I really want my channel to grow, and I will have more information for you about other things as they pop up. Thank you for watching. I really am happy that you found my channel and that you're watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.